Top 5 compliments from you which makes your husband feel great. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is all about the compliments your husband expects from you. Compliments. Everyone in this world adores compliments as it makes them feel good about themselves. How can it be any different in your marriage? But sadly, it's very rare to see couples complimenting each other. Your spouse takes you for granted and you take your spouse for granted. This is the reason why most of you do not enjoy real emotional bond between you. Compliments from your spouse makes you feel treasured and cherished. You want your husband to compliment you, don't you? Your husband also expects compliments from you. Why does your husband need your compliments? It makes your husband feel respected and cherished by you. Your compliments make your husband feel that he's a worthy husband. Your compliments give your husband intense pleasure that you appreciate his contribution towards your family. But you're more prone to criticize your husband rather than appreciate him. This is a quality your husband hates in you. If your husband buys something costly, you complain that he's a spendthrift. If he does not buy gifts for you, you stamp him as a miser. If your husband is late from work, you nag him that he does not care for your family. When he wants to spend some fun time with his friends, you crib that he's not yet a family man. Your complaint list goes on and on, making your poor husband feel completely ignored and overlooked by you. This is the reason why your husband does not open his mouth when he's at home. He fears your biting tongue. The simple way to win the love of your husband is through complimenting him. Shall we take a look at the top 5 compliments your husband needs from you? The number 1 compliment your husband wants from you is your belief in his ability. I know you can do it. You do not really trust the ability of your husband. You feel that your husband is lagging behind his friends, relatives in his earning capacity. You want your husband to earn as good as others. And instead of boosting the confidence of your husband, you nag him to work even harder to earn more and more money for your family. You do not realize that unknowing to you, you have crushed the male ego of your husband by distrusting his ability. Your husband wants you to trust his talent. He wants you to believe that he has incredible capacity to win. Your husband often shares the compliments he received in his workplace for his proficiency. But he is taken aback when you sport a deadpan expression as a reaction to his compliment. You make it obvious to your husband that you do not want compliments for his proficiency. All you want is money and more money as a reward for his work efficiency from the management. By not complimenting your husband, you made him feel frustrated and disappointed. If only you had complimented your husband, he would have felt re-energized. How should you have complimented your husband when he told you that the management appreciated his work? I always knew about your immense capacity and knowledge. It is your management that has realized it very late. Simple complimenting words which make your husband gear up for even more success. The number 2 compliment your husband wants from you is agreeing to his suggestions. You have a preconceived thought that your husband does not know what is good for your family. This is the reason why you never listen to the suggestions given by your husband in family matters. You feel that only you know what is good for your family. So, you do not agree to the ideas of your husband and thrust it aside as unworthy of notice. Your husband feels like an outsider when you do not agree to any of his suggestions. This is a mistake you persistently make, knowingly or unknowingly. You always disagree with your husband about family issues. Do you know that your husband also wants his ideas about family to be accepted by you? When you agree to the suggestions of your husband, it makes him feel fulfilled that he too contributes for the family. Your husband expects you to compliment him for his dedicated commitment towards your family. Your compliments makes him feel that he's a good father and a good husband. The number 3 compliment your husband wants from you is appreciation about his appearance. You feel thrilled when your husband compliments your looks, don't you? It is the same with your husband. Your husband likes it when you compliment his appearance. Your husband adores you when you say that you look smashing and handsome. He feels good when you compliment his dress sense. You look dashing and smart, darling. Such simple complimenting words, aren't they? But it works great because your husband allows your compliments about his appearance. The number 4 compliment your husband likes in you is when you make him your priority. Your husband feels treasured and cherished when you show him that he is always your priority. After becoming a mother, your children become your priority. And in the process, you forget that your husband is also like a child who longs for your attention. It is true that your husband loves you when you are a responsible mother. But he feels lost when you place him in the second spot after your child is born. After the birth of your child, you feel that your role as a mother is the only commitment you have. And so you ignore your husband and let him fend for himself. Do you know this makes your husband feel neglected by you? Do not isolate and ignore your husband any time in your life. Give the importance due to your husband. You are an excellent father. The kids adore you. When you openly compliment your husband, he is thrilled. When you switch off your mobile when your husband comes home, he instantly feels that he is very important to you. When you openly compliment your husband before your friends or relatives, it makes him feel good. Do not make your husband feel that he is not doing anything for your children. Make him feel that he is the best father your children are lucky to have. A compliment your husband will never outgrow. The number 5 compliment your husband wants from you is your feeling that he is the best. Your husband wants you to be happy with him. When you constantly nag your husband, he feels he's not good enough for the family. When you consistently say that your husband is lazy and irresponsible, it makes him feel that he's a bad husband. But when you're happy with your husband, he feels content and fulfilled that he is the reason behind your happiness. It feels strange that you do not understand that simple compliments can literally make your husband feel that he has married the best girl in the world. You're ready to compliment your colleagues, friends, and relatives. But you never feel like complimenting your husband. Your husband is the only person who's going to travel along with you in your life journey. So, compliment your husband and make him feel valued by you. How will you enjoy your married life when there is formal conversation, routine interaction, and complete lack of cheerfulness between you? It would be a boring coexistence between you, but compliments can reverse your married life from the boring to the exciting, from the ordinary to the extraordinary. Did this video make you understand the compliments your husband expects from you? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever and to death do us part your relationship goal.